Okay, we are here back at the Heavenbound Farm. Heavenbound Farm. Try to say it fast at times. But anyway, this here is the koi, and I'm letting you watch them. Right now they're in a 55-gallon tank, like I said before, due to they winter over in the wintertime in the house. And this here is a 2 days after we put the um, Australian rainbows in with the angelfish and everything, changed everything around. And as I said, I keep their filter cleaned out every day, and I change their water almost completely once a week. And I'll show you that when I change it out this time. And just trying to let you see them there real good. But anyway, I'm getting ready to feed them. I never fed them their sucker a while ago, so you didn't be able to see them eat. But anyway, here they go. They're all going to go crazy here in just a minute. And then I'll take and put up here and let you see the other fish eat. And they all had got along very well with each other. And I was just, well, I made a video, but it took and messed up, and that's what happened. My my phone had too much on it. And so I'm trying to do it in a little kind of a hurry now, but I erased it a lot off that I had. And you all seem to be enjoying the movies, and we hope that you still subscribe and hit the like button and go along with our journey with us. And as I said, I watched Dan's Fish. He has a lot of wonderful videos on there. And plus, you could buy fish from him from Get Gals, along with other people that has fish on there for sale. And that's where we got our angelfish from, was from Dan's Fish. And he's got a new store going to be up and running, so he can have more fish and products to have. And then we are going to have. Then we have got the corridors from Jadran Aquatics. It's Jadren Aquatics, and he has a lot of very knowledgeable shows on his channel if you look him up. And then also Michael's Fish, and then he also has Michael's Eats, and I'm subscribed to both of those. And Father Fish, he has a wonderful bunch of videos on there. I'm going to do a fish tank like his before long, where you get the dirt and all that stuff and put in the bottom, and then you put sand. And then I'm going to try the first time planted fish tank with plants that I will be getting from Corey's Co-op. I'm not Corey's Co-op, but Aquarium Co-op. And Corey is the owner of that, and he has a lot of good shows. And so does KG Tropics. They have a lot of good shows on there as well. And they learn you a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think, especially with their 10 reasons why to do this fish or that fish, and you know, if there's something wrong and all that. But they have a lot of good shows on there, and I've been watching. As well as the boys down in Florida. Trying to think his name. I'm lost at a moment now. But anyway, his name is the Cafaros, Paul Cafaro. And he has a lot of good shows. I watch him a lot. And the Fam, Fish Fam, oh, he's good too. But anyway, Ohio Fish Rescue, they have a lot of good stuff on there as well. But I don't know what happened. Big Rich took and hurt himself when he got the last fish tank with goldfish. And I haven't seen nothing on there all week this week. I just hope that he's all right. But anyway, they have a lot of fish. I mean, a lot of fish. And them things is humongous. I would hate to try to feed them every day as much as they feed them. Lord have mercy. I think they eat more. They feed more to them than what you have to a horse. And we feed horses here, and hogs and cows and everything. And it just seems like they eat. Lord have mercy. Couldn't you imagine buying all that every day and giving it to them? Okay, so here we go. And put this up here real quick for y'all. Let you watch that real quick. I thought you might want to just watch him for a few minutes. I had to run in the other room. But anyway, I'll go ahead and get these fed so you can see these eat. And I put the little shrimp things in here in a few different spots because these are supposed to be for the corridors. But the angels, as you can see, attacks them more than anybody else, and that's the Plecos wafer. And then in goes the Tetra Mix for the angels. And you would think that they hadn't ate for days the way they do. I just got done cleaning out their filters a while ago. I got that little gourami in there because it's so little. I'm afraid they're going to hurt it, and so I'm going to try to wait till he grows up a little bit. And then I also have a little minnow over here that I'll feed here in a minute and let you see him eat. But we're working on getting a surprise for y'all. Just taking a little bit longer than what I thought it was going to take. But anyway, God willing, and if He blesses us, we'll have it going here for long. But anyway, I wanted you to see that the how good them. I get tongue-tied there at times. But the Australia rainbows, and how good they are in there, and they just run. And right here is the corridors. I wanted you to see a good picture of them. They're all down there eating. And now they've come from Jadran Aquatics. His real name is Jared, but he goes by Jadren Aquatics. And we got those from him. And I don't know what, there the big pleco is. He's inside. There, he's going to come out, I think. But anyway, I had 10 of those. And I had gravel in there. And the gravel, I looked it up on the internet because I was worried to death because they kept dying on me. And it said on there to not put them in gravel, that their whiskers come off. And if their whiskers come off, that they'll die. And every one of them that didn't have no whiskers died. So I took them out of there and kept them up here in this breeder tank until I got all the gravel out. And then I turned them loose, and I had that minnow in there. And that minnow took and bit one of them's tail off. And it couldn't swim. And crazy me never thought to take and put it up there so it didn't have to go up so high to get air. I don't know why they do that, but they will do that. They'll go up, no matter how much oxygen's in there, they'll go up and get air and come back down. But anyway, I wasn't thinking, and the poor thing passed away on me. But I got sand to go into a tank and everything, and all the unboxing and stuff that we had there. And I wanted to wait till I got a bigger tank to do that. And, well, I'm letting my surprise out. But I'm going to tell you how big it's going to be. There we go. But anyway, all of these angels that you see, except for the platinums right there, there's 8 of those. And then that one right back there is called blue. It's turning sideways there, right in front of it. There it comes. Okay, that's a blue one, and it's a veiltail blue. That one come from Petco. But the white ones came from, I bought off a fella on, can't think of his name right now, but he sells a bunch of real nice fish on eBay. And I got them from him. And they are doing good. But the 24 angels, the bigger ones, the veiltails and stuff, came from Dan's Fish. And he really does good with his fish. He treats them and everything else before you get them. Before he ships them out, he treats them for all kinds of diseases and stuff that fish get. But anyway, I never treated them. And I never treated the little white ones. Or the other one that I got from Petco, that angel. But the ones I did, because the simple fact that one fish died, it was a pleco, and it had passed away. And if you look at those, I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but the blue is starting to shine on them rainbows. So they are really looking nice. And I got those at Petco, but I went ahead and treated them with all the medicine that I told you I treated with them. Treated in the other video. But because I didn't want to take a chance on losing all these other ones that's in here. And I had seen some of the YouTube people, they quarantine and stuff, but I don't know if they put medicine in there or not. And which you probably don't have to, because, you know, if they don't show signs of having something, you know, you don't want to waste your medicine until you absolutely need it. But I just thought, I'm not going to take a chance, because I love my angels, and we love our animals here. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like we've had them our whole life, it seems like. It's like you'd have a bunch of kids running around you. But I don't know, I guess you just have so much love in you to give to animals and stuff. And there she is. My aunt just loves that thing. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but she calls it a she. And so she loves that thing. And what it's wanting is its supper. And it'll come out and get that daggone wafer. It's in the back there. Them angels had knocked it back there, or it might have just settled back there. But anyway, it'll get that thing and look like it's a standing up, eating it. But anyway, I just thought you all might like this little bit of video there. See, them angels right there, it's got like a yellow or orange on their head. And that one right there, see how that is, if it shows it. But anyway, I just love them. We've had them for a while now. But they just taken, that was one of those shrimp things that fell. And I'm going to have to get you in the video of them eating the, like I was saying, they will eat the, green beans. Michael's fish room said to take and give them, rinse off string beans from a can and rinse the salt off of them, and just put them in the fish tank for plecos to eat, because they like to eat greens. Well, I put them in there. The pleco never touched them, but them angelfish, see how they're over there eating in that pile? That's where they landed, and they had every one of them devoured by the next morning. There goes the pleco. She's a looking for hers now. And I think that it's over, yeah, it's over there in the corner in the back. I can see it back there, but she'll find it. It'll take her a while to figure out where it's at, but I might have to put another one in there. There, let's see if she's going to go back. There she goes. Up. She went back there to it, but she never got it. But my aunt just loves that thing, how it sits there and sticks out. She'll sit here at the dinner table and eat her dinner, and then she'll stare at the fish for about 2 hours, and then she'll go back to her room. And she says that one right there looks like a person with all the black on him. There he goes, turned around just now. I think it's because it looks like it's got glasses on right there. See how it looks? And I think she thinks it's that fish in that Don Knotts movie where he turned into a fish that time. When he fell into the ocean or something and turned into a fish. And I think that's what it puts her mind at. See, it looks like it's got glasses on with that little thing across its nose and 2 black eyes. But anyway, she has dementia and early stages of it, and she just loves to watch the fish. She's wanting bubble eyes, and I told her this spring when we put these ones back out, I could clean that out real good and get her some bubble eyes, because that's what she used to have years ago, was bubble eye goldfish. They have those big jelly-like things on the side of their face. Well, I found some on eBay, and she just went crazy over that, but I don't have no place to put them right now until after we get these outside. I want to make sure they have enough room for her, you know, so she can sit and watch them, because she just loves how they move and stuff. But I told her I'd get her some so she could watch them. She'll go outside and watch these. She did last year, sat out there by their pool and sat there and watched them last year in a chair. She'll just sit there and watch them. They're back out. I was trying to see if it can eat before I shut it off, because I don't want you to take up your whole day just watching this. But there it goes. See how it's like it's standing up? But she hasn't got it yet. Might ought to put her another one in there, I reckon. And my water looks like it's getting cloudy, but it's not. It's going to be changed on Saturday when it gets changed again. And oh, I forgot to tell you that too, because my other video. But see right here, this is a 55-gallon tank. And see that log right there? I take my water clear down to there. And that's how much water I take out of there every time. However much that turns out to be as what I take out. Now I used to take, sorry about that, I used to take farther than that down, but the angels had gotten bigger and their fin on top started splitting. Every time I changed the water, their fins would split. And so I just take it down to there, and that way they could close their fins together and you know, still swim around. The other way, there was a flopping in there. I took so much water out. But anyway, I change out every week, and we have spring water right out of a mountain, and I don't have to put no chemicals or anything in it. And the only thing I do is clean both sides glass off and the front glass off. I leave all the algae on the back glass and on the heater there. I don't bother it. And that plant right there, I haven't washed it. I just shake it out a little bit. And that way to keep some of the bacteria on it. And plus those plants in that log, it keeps bacteria on it. And I change out my filter. I keep the same filters and stuff, because Rich on Ohio Rescue said one time when he went and set a tank up for a veteran that he gave him a seasoned filter so he could go ahead and start his tank up that day. And so I take and I just rinse my filters off, and I keep them in water after I rinse them off in regular sink water, because my sink is, like I said, from the spring, so it's the same kind of water. It don't have no chemicals in it. So I just rinse it off real good and put them right back in the filter after I rinse the filter out, and stick it right back on the tank. And I do the same thing with the angelfish and the goldfish one here. I mean the koi fish and the koi fish and goldfish. Angelfish is up here. Ding dong. Anyway, I I just letting you know what I do for me, and it works for me. Now, I don't know if it will work for you or not, so I would be very cautious about stuff. There, it looks like she's standing up. See how she's got her front wings up? But anyway, it works for me, so just don't take my advice. You have to learn through this hobby what works for you and your fish and your water system and everything like that, because I don't want to say something, then all your fish in your tank die, and believe you me, that would just crush me, because I know what people think they're just a fish and they don't amount to anything. Oh, one dies, take it out, flush it down the toilet or whatever. We bury ours. We don't, when something happens, we will bury ours. But anyway, like that one that passed away, the pleco, it was buried, and I just had it for 2 weeks. Maybe a week, if that long. But anyway, it was buried. We don't take and do anything like that. Some will throw them in the trash or whatever, but that's not, that's not me. That's them. But anyway, I'm saying is that make sure that it works for you and your water system and things like that. This is just what I do, because I don't have to take and put chemicals in my water or anything like that, because my water is good for the, because it comes right straight out of a mountain. Never dries up. And that's the reason why we bought this place, was for the water. Never bought it for the home. It's an old country home, and I'm here to tell you it needs a lot of fixing up. But it's comfortable enough to live in, and the place was bought for the animals, for the barn and the land. And now that's a good thing we got that kind, because now we got fish, so that's for the water too as well. So praise God for that. But anyway, here's the little minnow. Let me get you a look at him. I don't know if he'll eat for you or not, but right here he is, if he'll get up out of there. Which I think he's kind of mad at me, because he's in a smaller tank. He's used to being in the big tank, picking on everybody. But anyway, like and subscribe, and I pray that you take and share or whatever, and just keep on coming back, because we'll have more content. Some will be about fish, some will be about cows, some will be about the horses and ponies and chickens this summer when they go to hatching out the biddies, and we got ducks and geese out there that will hatch out biddies, and we'll order some to keep, because I order mine, geese and stuff, because they are so pricey when you go buying them big. And plus, I just love to play with little baby ones. And just reminds me of when I was little. But my nephew, he stays here with us, and he enjoys these animals. He come here all the time, stayed with us during the summer before he ended up staying here with us. And he is works his little heart out and loves every one of these animals as much as we do. So this place will go on even after I'm gone. The place will still go on, because it'll go to him, and he'll take over the farm and make sure all these animals have a nice forever home here. And so just thank you very much, and God bless y'all, and like and subscribe. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.